Kia ora and welcome.
Kia ora. Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm Sue Carbines, representing the Southshore Residents Association. I'm a committee member. Firstly, I'd like to express my thanks and gratitude to the Mayor, Leanne Dalzell, and to all of the councillors for listening to our concerns, supporting and fast-tracking the Section 71. To reinstate the clause 5.2.2.1a, the missing clause, in the high flood management area at Southshore. There is concern, however, that residents who own empty sections never built on may still not have existing lawful uses of the land and be covered by Section A. They fall into Section B, which is restricted discretionary category, which avoids subdivision and development. There are over 14 sections on the beach side, and their elevation is high enough that they are not in the coastal hazard zones of the high flood hazard management area. I've been asked by two of the section owners who've both got blocks of 4 sections on individual titles, who pay rates of approximately 2k per annum per section, to ask for a confirmation that these empty sections can be developed, or at least with the right to build a dwelling on it that would meet the standards required, because there is such great uncertainty now that whether they can actually build on these sections. So when they apply within the planning department, and one of them's already got resource consent, and he's very uncertain that if he goes and pays for his building consent, gets his architect and his engineer to do all the plans, that all the money will be taken by the council and the planners say put it in, but there's so much uncertainty still sitting around these rules. So they are seeking confirmation that we can work towards clarifying some of these. They're just unknown facts or unknown rules. So the planners say, yes, put it in, but these property owners have no faith that they'll actually get the consents.
So, I don't want to take your time. The annual plan hearing is around the budget and the annual plan changes.
Yes.
I'm actually wondering, James, if I could hand that over to you as the chair of the regulatory performance committee to take that issue up and perhaps get the details and get an answer through your committee.
Very happy
Is that
to.
okay?
Very happy
All
to,
right.
and I think it's a good fit. So would staff be able to connect that up, and then we can deal with it through that?
Yeah. I just think it will be easier to take it off the table.
Totally
It's
agree.
not really an annual plan submission.
I know, yeah.
It's a question for clarification.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you back to the 10 minutes. So sorry?
I just wanted to run the legality of that. I just didn't want to create an expectation that we can actually do something.
No.
that's subject to another
She's
process.
asked for advice.
Yeah.
And
so,
I'm asking that just whip through a committee rather than be taking up the time when we're discussing.
I
the
agree
annual
with
plan.
that
And it can
approach.
actually be
but-
better
Thank you.
achieved through the
Thank
committee
you.
process.
Okay, that would be great
Yeah.
to follow that
Thank
on.
you.
I would also just like to say one of their comments these property owners have said is, do you know that the high tide levels have not changed for 50 years that they have been documented at Southshore, which has been confirmed by a University of Canterbury lecturer. Anyway, moving on. Regenerate. Southshore Residents Association would like to express deep disappointment with Regenerate and not having taken forward a plan for the protection of the estuary edge. Southshore residents have lost trust, hope and democracy. I'd like to share with you some of the residents' comments. Regenerate, wasting $500,000.
I'm really sorry, and I don't mean to do this, but could you just talk about the issues without referring to the organisation?
Okay.
So just talk about disappointment about the plan not being picked up and adopted. We're not here to consider the actions of Regenerate Christchurch. In fact, there's a report coming to council next week which talks about what the future is for those particular plans. I'm trying to be helpful.
No,
I don't want this to turn into a discussion.
We did just say in our submission that we, did express great disappointment. So I'll move on.
Yeah.
And
but talk about the plan, what you wanted to see done. That's entirely appropriate because it is something that will come back to us.
So I'd like to talk about our consultation process that we have gone through, and it started for Southshore Residents Association under the wise guidance of our chairman Bill Simpson. Petitions, submissions, community and public meetings, the resilience program, plans for the estuary edge, repair of earthquake damage. March 2017, the OSAL report was presented to the community board commissioned by Southshore Residents Association. So now we've spent 1.5 years with Regen, it's time to write a plan. Our residents say to you, avoiding change due to fear is postponing the actions that are required to reach the next stage. Clear vision and careful planning can be achieved. Southshore Residents Association supports CCRU pre-adaptation proposals and the recommendations from the CCRU presentation today, which will follow. Our residents want to see the Estuary Edge Protection Plan go ahead, including a walking track and bike path along the edge to South Brighton. This will allow our children to walk or bike to school safely, having no roads to deal with. Southshore residents look across the estuary to Redcliffs and Sumner with New Cycle Way and a nice stone wall and wonder, why is Southshore being treated so differently? Why are we on pause? Can someone push fast forward or at least play so we are on an even playing field with the rest of Christchurch? Our infrastructure, concerns over the state of the footpaths, which have never been repaired since the earthquakes, and the danger they pose for the elderly, toddlers and young children on bikes and scooters. A couple of years ago we were promised by council staff that our footpaths were on a priority list. What happened to that? Our other main concern is the state of the road and why some areas have to be constantly repaired all the time, which is a total waste of ratepayers' money and frustration to the residents. Surely the road could have been repaired properly in the first place. Residents are still complaining about the fact that houses are still shaking when heavy vehicles go down the road. We include speeding, SUVs and this. We were told by council engineers that the problem was caused by the existence of the old wastewater still being utilised by some households and would stop when the old system was decommissioned. As all households are now on the new system, we still have the shaking. Did the engineers get it wrong? We also think that the shaking may also be contributing to the necessity for constant repairs. Rob Kerr of Regenerate told me at one of the first meetings we had with him that Regenerate had special powers and that we could call on. Well, now is the time, after 10 years of asking, Southshore Residents Association are calling for Christchurch City Council to fix our earthquake damage by the year of 2020. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much, and I do apologise for interrupting you. And
no problem.
It was
no
so
problem,
that you could get the main points, which was certainly what you've just represented in the submission that we have in front of us. So thank you. Has anyone got any questions, Yanni?
Thank you. Just have you got a list of streets that you want us to address in terms of repairs?
Repairs of the road or the street?
Well, I mean, either. You've said that there's a number that you're concerned about.
We're talking about the road. Well, Rocking Horse Road particularly
is the main one.
Right. Yeah, and is that the one that you're saying that they're not fixing properly when they're fixing it?
Yeah.
I suspect it's still settling down there too. That's the trouble. Yeah. We'll get some advice on the details.
Just a follow up to that question. As a local residents group, do you get information when council's going in to repair the roads around what they're planning and what they're doing?
I think they do. Yes, I think they do send out notification. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
But we haven't had any.
You haven't had any?
Well, not in the last 4-5 years, yeah.
Right.
No one's. Yeah,
okay.
So we've just been, we were told it was in the pipeline, and that was 2 years ago.
Right. Okay, so we can chase it up, yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah, did the residents feel a lot better now during heavy rain that the seawall's been repaired along the estuary edge, as was raised at last year's long-term plan?
Yes, I think I raised that last year. I know there was a lot of anxiety. A report, I think, went out on the news that there was, with the storm, I think the flooding started at midday. They gave a report at midday that it had started. So there was talk amongst the community between neighbours and things that watch out for the road. No, I don't think they have faith that. I think there's still 2 or 3 really bad holes in that wall that we've been told we need to wait for a disaster to get emergency repairs. So the minute they break, one of them is between Plover and Heron Street, and that's so we're all on tenterhooks all the time because there are holes in it that where the old wall, that the retaining walls have been pushed down by Lynn's, bulldozed down. There's huge gaps, and so it's all there, still waiting.
Jimmy.
Okay, one question. Your particular concern are the estuary edge protection plan. Go ahead. I just want to know your question is reprioritize to move those budget to the ahead year or what I mean this one.
Sorry, I didn't understand the last.
You mentioned the estuary, the edge protection plan. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I mean is the budget on the the long-term plan, not in this year or.
It's not in the long-term plan, are you saying?
No. I mean because your particular concern, this one need to go ahead. Consists of walking track, bike, path, etc.
Yes.
But you mean that this year annual plan didn't have budget or is in the following year?
It's not any year, Jimmy.
Not yet.
No.
It's not yet.
I think
okay. It's not a prioritized.
No.
budget.
Well, no. The issue
Yes.
it is a priority actually, but the issue that I think has been identified is that through the regeneration strategy approach, the earthquake-related repairs didn't get the priority. And I think there were some of us who assumed that the earthquake-related repairs would be part of the regeneration planning process, but they're not. And so there is a report coming back to council next week, and it will be on the agenda. I'm not sure if it'll be on the agenda on Friday, will it? Friday or Monday. So if we could let you know when the report is is public, and I'm sure that your residents association would want to have a look at it, then it would be perfectly in order for you to come back and make a deputation to the council meeting on the day that that paper's actually been considered, which will look at all of those issues, I think.
So who do I contact?
No, we'll let you know that it's on, and we'll let you know who you contact if you want to make a deputation, because I think others will as well.
Yes, of course.
And there's been a briefing with the community board and the councillors on that. I haven't quite caught up with it on myself, but if that would be helpful, I think that would help you take that issue forward as well. But the issue you're bringing to us is the state of the roads, the state of the
infrastructure
of the edge, and a desire to find a resolution to that as a priority. Yeah.
Great. I'll look forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.